Hello, slimes and non-slimes alike. Rosie here. And today I got a few matches planned out for you, where I'll be showcasing one of my favorite builds that utilize a perk combo that I don't really see anyone ever use at all. Now, if you look at the top right corner, you can probably suspect that reasonably I'm referring to Dying Light and Wretched Fate. And unfortunately, I am here to tell you that you're wrong. I'm actually referring to the perk combination of Undying, Wretched Fate, and Pentimento. Now you're probably wondering, wait a minute, three perks, why would you use 3 perks for a perk combo? That doesn't really leave much wiggle room. However, I think there's a pretty good argument to make with these 3 perks, so let's get into why that is. So, Hex Wretched Fate, after a generator is completed, a random dull totem will become a Hex totem, and it will curse the Obsession. The Obsession is then penalized with a 33% repair speed penalty. But they're the only one who can see where the totem is within 12 meters. This effectively forces the Obsession to seek out this totem if you're just running it by yourself. If you're just running it by itself, I mean. It effectively, basically, once the first generator pops, you basically force the Obsession to go on a side quest, which you can extend using Hex Undying. This Hex is active at the start of the match and will reveal survivors within 4 meters of a dull totem. However, if another Hex totem is to be cleansed, that totem becomes this totem, thus saving Hex Wretched Fate, as it will then be transferred into Hex Undying. This effectively just makes it so that if the Obsession cleanses their Wretched Fate, they have to do it a second time, which can buy you a lot of time in the early game where Wretched Fate is going to activate. Effectively forcing the game into a 3v1 scenario once the first generator pops for an indiscernible amount of time, I mean. However, this is where we add in Hex Pentimento. When a totem is cleansed, you can rekindle that totem. Upon doing so, survivors are hit with a 20% penalty to heal and repair speeds, and an additional 3% for every additional totem. Now, in terms of actually playing the build the most effectively, the way you would do this is wait for both Wretched Fate and Undying to be cleansed, so that you can then space out your Pentimento stacks without having to worry about the survivors cleansing both simultaneously and leaving you without any backup plan. However, it's just really funny to hit the Obsession with a 53% penalty as they search for the second Wretched Fate totem. And it will never not be funny. Additionally, Pentimento, one of its biggest weaknesses besides the additional downside of every survivor seeing the aura of the affected totem, is the fact that the only way survivors know where that totem is, besides from the aura reading, is if they know what totems they had cleansed, and thus which ones you are able to rekindle. And since we're only running Wretched Fate and Undying, only our Obsession, reasonably speaking, knows which corner of the map our Pentimento stacks are. And so, they're the only person who can realistically go out and find the Pentimento stacks and cleanse them a second time. So, if all things go according to plan, you can force the Obsession to waste their time cleansing not 1, not 2, but 4 totems. Once again, this is a bit inconsistent due to Pentimento revealing the aura of it within 16 meters between all survivors. But, I mean, realistically, this is still a pretty strong combo by itself. Now, in this video, I'll be pairing this with Dying Light. However, I've tested this with tons of other perks. And if you don't want to hear me ramble on about the different perks I tested it with, there's timestamps in the description that you can just skip immediately to the gameplay. I have 2 variations with the add-ons, one in which where I run both Trap add-ons that give me up to 6 traps, that being the Jigsaw Sketch, and I believe... where is it? Yeah, that being the Jigsaw Anointed Plan and the Jigsaw Sketch for the first match, and then in the second match, I believe I'm running Amanda's Secret to reveal when the Obsession removes their bear trap, and then just Workshop Grease to help me in Chase a bit more. The reason why I'm playing Pig is specifically because, since this build focuses on forcing a 3v1, Pig can further enhance that by putting their bear traps on top of the Obsession. So what you can do is down the Obsession at the start of the match, throw a bear trap on them, and then just piss off and pressure the other survivors. And then once the first generator is completed and they get picked off the ground, they now have to worry about Wretched Fate and the bear trap simultaneously, and because Undying is still there, they have to do Wretched Fate again, and it becomes this whole thing where if you play your cards right, the Obsession just never has time to actually hop on a generator, which works extremely well with Dying Light, as you can use that time to build up the stacks and penalize every other survivor. Additionally, another use of Pentimento is just punishing every survivor for making the Obsession have to cleanse this totem by itself, and then you can stack on another 20% to every survivor plus whatever Dying Light stacks you have. So already, that's pretty strong. But some other perks you can use is Corrupt Intervention, which you can use Corrupt Intervention to go ahead and buy you that time to get the Obsession down and put a bear trap on them if you're playing Pig, or if you're playing any other like weak M1 killer, you can use Corrupt Intervention to sort of set up an early tunnel, or just early pressure in general. Corrupt is just never a bad option on any perk, on any build really. You then also have Hex Placing. You have Hex Placing, which pairs really well with Pentimento, and if you play your cards right, you can get all 5 stacks due to just the number of hexes you're bringing. This is a bit more inconsistent, mostly because you're relying more so on Pentimento than anything else. If you're playing killers like Hillbilly or Leatherface, you can easily put Bamboozle here. But possibly one of the strongest perks I've found that works extremely well with this build is Scourgehook Gift of Pain. What this perk does is that when a survivor is unhooked from a Scourgehook, they become hemorrhaged and mangled for 90 seconds, and once they healed up, they suffer a 16% penalty to healing and repair speeds until they are injured again. And this is extremely good because you stack this with Gift of Pain, you stack that with Pentimento, and survivors just aren't giving... they don't have a lot of room to manage with. Scourgehook Gift of Pain and Pentimento by itself already provides a 36% penalty, effectively giving you like 5 stacks of Dying Light just for hooking one guy, but it only affects that one guy. And if you hook the Obsession with this, they basically just can't do a generator, because it will just take way too long. I'm pretty sure it goes up to like somewhere around like I want to say like 60, okay, 20, 53, and then yeah, 69% penalty to gen repair speeds, which is nice. So yeah, this build surprisingly has a lot of wiggle room, because you can obviously just also run whatever perks, additional gen regression, any quality of life perk you like, and the build will work just fine, because the way you play around this build is you just force the match into a 3v1 before you can ever, before the Obsession like gets rid of Wretched Fate. You use Pentimento to pressure the entire team, and by the time you have Pentimento up, someone is either already on Death Hook or is already dead. That's generally how you want to be playing around with this build, is just kind of ignoring the Obsession because they're busy doing something else. So with that, I will stop my rambling, and I will let you watch the matches. Cheerio! Alrighty, we're in a second game. We're on Lery, so not particularly one of my favorite maps. I did switch around some of the add-ons. Okay, we know which gen they're on, I guess. I did switch out some of the add-ons. I have Amanda's Letter, I think, which will make it so that whenever someone gets rid of their bear trap, we get a loud noise notification, which I will primarily be using to... What? Which I'll primarily be using to figure out when our obsession gets rid of their bear trap. Because once they have gotten rid of it, we'll be able to know when and likely where they are, so we can just immediately head over and put another one on them to keep them useless. And we will also have the workshop grease, which increases how fast our ambush comes out, just because this build does not really have good chase capabilities. So we're gonna sneak up on this gen. Here's Daryl. You're not our obsession though. Just barely didn't hit. Do you make this pallet? Yeah, you do. But you're not gonna play it. Because there's just 50 fucking pallets on this map. And I can't play around a single one of them. Okay. You make it back to this pallet. Zone you back this way. Because then you only have like, what, 50 windows to work with now? Okay, so that's going to be our second stack of Dying Light, and we need to find Ada ASAP. So, get this guy on a hook, then try and find Ada. Is this the Ada? No, it does not appear so. But we did find Rick again, so... So we get third stack of Dying Light. He has Boil Over. This is not fun. So we really need to find Ada. I don't know where she is, but I'm gonna check this gen over here, maybe. We know Daryl's over here, but I'm not interested in Daryl. Oh, there's Ada. We need to get a hat on you ASAP. So, if you would please just go down quickly, I would much appreciate that. Okay, so they got one of my totems, so I can put up Pentimento. Ada goes down, so we're just gonna throw a trap on her. They get another gen done, so we're gonna just crouch and we're gonna head over here to hopefully catch, I believe, Alan. So that Pentimento is in the corner of the map. I don't think they're gonna try and go for it. We got one guy on hook still. They just unhooked him, and they got another gen done. Which is really unfortunate, but we do catch Alan here. He absolutely should have taken that window, because he just goes down here, I think. Yep. So Alan just goes down quickly. They have yet to pick up Ada. Kick this gen real quick. So once Ada gets picked up, her trap's gonna be active. So just do a bit of patrolling around these gens. I see some scratch marks right here. Quick, easy hit. Zone him away from the pallet with a little love tap. You go down here, okay? Pick you up. And that is going to be 5 stacks of Dying Light, so they're going to be doing generators about 15% slower, I think, if my math's correct. So that with Pentimento, they're doing gens 35% slower, so... Okay, they got our first stack of Pentimento. I didn't think they would actually go back for that. But we know right where they are, so... Yeah, they're going to move in for the unhook, so we're just going to... move in to stop the heal. Really feeling those fog vial nerfs as I auto aim to the wall, I guess. It's fine because we get him down here. Is there a hook nearby? Yes, there is one behind me. That is 6 stacks of Dying Light. So, Ada still has her trap up, which is good for us. This gen seems to be working on, I think. No. Okay. We're gonna move over, check these 2 gens real quick. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. This is a pretty tight 3-gen, I think. Alright, we get Daryl. Catch him off guard. Ada just got rid of her trap, so we need to find her again. Very important vault, by the way. You see, if I didn't take that vault, Daryl was actually going to pick himself back up due to a perk called fucking bullshit. So, very important that we did the vault there to avoid it. Yeah, someone's right over here. Is this the Ada? I would love this to be Ada. Yep, this is Ada, so we'll just go ahead and get her. Get a trap on her real quick. So we put a trap on her and we just fucking dip. Okay, get a quick easy hit on Rick here. He's gonna try and play main, I think, or is he just... Yeah, he's just running corner map for the hell of it. He's trying to force boil over value. Unfortunately for him, there's like a hook right over here, so we'll just hook him right over here. So we know that they're on 2 separate gens, it seems. That or someone's using the perk Red Herring. I want to put, yeah, someone's on this gen, I think. Yep, hi Ada. So, it's only her and the Alan left, so we'll pick her up and hook her finally. And then we'll try and find the Alan Wake and put an end to the game. So yeah, pretty fun build, honestly. She's killing herself to force Hatch to spawn in. Good play by her, honestly. Yeah, I don't know where Alan is. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised that they went for the Pentimento totem, considering it was like corner map. But I'm guessing Alan was the one who got it, because he was the one who initially cleansed Undying. So... let's try going around a bit stealthy. He's probably trying to avoid my terror radius. Pretty bad door spawns, honestly. Don't think I'm gonna try and be able to stealth. I hate the fact that the bubbles last for so long. I'm like trying to see if that he's like sitting on the gate already, but like I can't tell because of the giant bubbles. We'll try and stealth around this, I think, cause okay, no, he's not on this one. We gotta go back. Probably already has the door open if he's already on it. Yep. And that is game. So with that, I will see you all next time. Cheerio. Alrighty, this is probably going to be the last match that I record for the video, simply because I've been doing this for a wee bit over like 3 hours now. Just playing games with this build and testing out different add-ons for it. But with that being said, we are, however, going to be trying our best. We do see their auras over there because of Undying. They're next to a unlit totem, so I should be able to sneak up and probably get a grab on one of them, I would think. Yep, they see us. But I think the Ash is still over here. Yep, Ash is the one over here, so we're gonna go after him, get rid of... go ahead and put a trap on him. I didn't fall for that in the slightest, so... just no hesitation on that, okay. Really tough to play around. Yeah, I still see you. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, buddy. You go down here, so... okay, so we know that someone's right over there, so we're just gonna throw a trap on you, and we're gonna go see if they're lurking around. I wouldn't imagine that they are. But we want to try and get as many Dying Light stacks as we can, because we've already wasted a bit of time trying to get Ash down. We're going to check over here. Someone just picked him up, so we're going to... yep, looks like some people are right over here. So... that's the Jake down. That's not the Jake down. That is the Mia, who we're gonna put up on a hook real quick. Dying Light is active, so William will have to. So Ash will have to deal with that again. He just got rid of Undying, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But the totems are right next to each other. That is unfortunate. Jake ran over to Shaq. I'm assuming he's probably still over here somewhere. Yeah, he's right here. So we can probably down him. He's in a bit of a dead zone, I think. So down him real quick, get our second stack of Dying Light.
Yeah.
It looks like the Sable healed the Ashe, I believe, and they just went for the unhook, so they're probably healing under hook if I had to imagine. So we're gonna run over there real quick. It is a bit unfortunate I didn't get the I missed. I'm gonna blame autolock on that, yeah. Okay, we did get a hit through the pallet, so once we can get the Sable down here, we're just gonna kick this. Yeah, she's gonna make a bit of distance, that's okay. Don't think she makes anything major. That would be... I don't know what the Sable's doing. I think that would have been the Ashe up there using Deception again. We're gonna go ahead and get another hook, which gives us 3 stacks of Dying Light, so they're gonna have to deal with a 9% penalty to gen speeds. They just got the unhook there, so we're gonna move over here. Get this totem. So now they're having to deal with like a 35 speed penalty, so that's a bit harsh. Ashe's trap is active, and they are right over here, so we're gonna see if we can sneak up on them real quick, although I'm pretty sure they might have... Yeah, they already heard me. Jake's pre-running. Nia tried to sprint and burst away, but I just barely managed to hit her. Okay, she plays... Oh, she didn't. Okay, she's playing this really well. So we're gonna... Yeah, she's playing this extremely well. So Ashe has to deal with the trap right now, so we don't have to worry about him for a little bit. So if we can get the Nia down, that's another stack of Dying Light. There's a pallet there, I'm pretty sure, so... Yeah, she just camped the pallet, that's okay. We push her over here. There's not really that many good tiles. They did get Pentimento, and Ashe now has his trap removed. Yeah, she's just camping pallets, dang. Okay, she goes down here though. We'll kick this real quick. We do need to find Ashe real quick though, because he does have the Dying Light buff, and we need to make sure that he cannot use that to the slightest. So we'll go ahead and hook her here. That's 4 stacks of Dying Light. He's still affected by Wretched Fate. Whether or not he'll cleanse it is a different story. It does sound like some people are here. Yep, Ashe is right here. We'll go ahead and get him down, and we'll try to get him on a bear trap real quick. He is running to a bit of a dead zone. I don't think there... Oh, well, there is that one pallet. Is he going to try and camp it? It appears so, but I think he dies for it. I do have Bloodlust. I can probably just Bloodlust him out on this pallet, I'm going to be honest. Yep, he... This game, I swear. Okay, he goes down here. We know someone is right up there, so we can just throw a trap on him and go for the Jake. If I had to imagine that this is probably Jake. Yep. So Jake goes down here. They probably doubled the gen in the back. Ashe is picked up, but he has the trap to worry about, so we don't have to worry about him. We got 5 stacks of Dying Light, so that is also good. Our gens are spread a bit thin, and I don't think they got the back gen, so we're going to have to worry about that gen that was right next to the Nia we hooked earlier. Overall, I think we're in a pretty good position, assuming that these gens aren't like 99. Sounds like someone's working on this gen. Yep, Nia is, so we're gonna push her off that. I think we're gonna use one of her bear traps on her just to ensure that like she can't get out of the trial for free. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this whole situation. I am, however, going to insult her intelligence. Yeah, I see you there, buddy. It's not gonna work. We'll throw another trap on you. Ash did get rid of his trap again, so we're gonna have to go ahead and find him to get rid of that. I think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasted a trap here, because I'm pretty sure Nia's dead, actually. Yeah, we just wasted a trap. A bit unfortunate. They're probably healing over here, if I had to imagine. Yep, Sable's right here. Okay, we'll ditch her. Just kind of wasting a bit of my time, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and relay that Pentimento, so that they're gonna have to deal with a 38% with 6 stacks of Dying Light up, and they'll also suffer a 20% healing speed, which comes in real clutch because we interrupt them healing right here. She should have absolutely gone for that pallet vault, because I don't think she was gonna make it regardless, but that's another stack of Dying Light, so we're up to 7 now. I know Jake's nearby, but I really want to try and find that Ash, so we're gonna check these back gens real quick. Yeah, it sounds like he is sitting on this one, so we do not want him. Did he actually enter it this time? No, he did not. I cannot see in this map, like, at all. I know there's a bug going on where, like, if you enter basement, your thing's, like, really weird. But, yeah, that's just unfortunate. They're not on... Oh, they are over here. Yeah, that's the Jake and that's Sable. We'll go for the Sable because she's dead on hook. Down her real quick. Okay, that was probably Jake, so we have no more Pentimento or Wretched Fate, so we really need to get Ash off gens. But that is 2 people dead. Ash is probably still over on this generator, which we are about to go check. Yep, he is running already. Alright, nice head on. First time we've seen him use it though. I don't think you make anything though. So we get our first hit pretty easy. We should be able to down him real quick. This is the second time he has lost me with the little... Oh, nope, never mind. Deception hides your scratch marks for a little bit. So, oh, he has inner focus, or he popped a syringe. Regardless, I'm guessing Jake's probably on this door already, so we'll just get him off it. So, I don't think you make anything besides this vault. So, get him down, find Ash. I'm guessing Ash ran over to this door, if I had to guess. No, he did not. Okay. We'll just take our 9 hooks.
Ow!
Because that is 9 stacks of Dying Light, but no one's alive, so it doesn't really matter. This Ash is like a really annoying obsession. Mostly because this map is just really, really bad. Yeah, we're gonna stealth over here again. If he's playing this smart, he's already back on that door. He is not. Okay. Is he trying to go for Hatch? I don't know where Hatch spawns on this. Oh, he just fucking... he just straight up left. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna cut to when we, oh, never mind. The bot found Hatch. But yeah, that was a really weird endgame towards the end there. Oh, he had a syringe. So yeah, that's the build. It's a pretty good build in my opinion. Probably one of my favorite builds to run on just Pig in general from what I've tested so far. And with that, I will give you all a good day wish, and I will see you all next time. Cheerio.